Hey y'all, Fat Man Outdoors. Some of you know that I work on small engine stuff, so pay no mind to me working on this weed eater. I have an issue I wanted to kind of share with y'all and get some thoughts from viewers about what they think. I've owned this property here, 22 acres, for 11 years. Have a neighbor about 100 yards on either side of me, but nobody behind me for over a mile. And there's a mountain between me and the next road behind me. I've shot thousands of rounds here. We've had days that we had multiple ARs going and people just playing around and doing mag dumps to see who could empty fast first, doing mag dumps. Never had an issue, ever. Nobody ever said a word. Well, that changed yesterday. We were shooting just a few rounds through a Kel-Tec Sub 2000 with some reloaded ammo that I've done. That we were just checking and make sure the ammo fed good and had enough power to work the bolt and stuff in that Kel-Tec, because Kel-Tec bolt and spring is pretty heavy, so you have to have a pretty stout round to do it, because it's a blowback weapon. It's not gas fed, it's inertia of the round going off. But anyway, so my neighbor calls and reports that somebody's over here shooting and she can hear the bullets whizzing by her head. Number one, if we were shooting 180 degrees away from her house. Okay, there was no way under God's green earth that I can understand how a bullet could go that way. You know, maybe it could, I don't know. Maybe I'm not a physicist, I don't know everything. But I'll say this, I've never seen it happen. But my problem is, I don't want to be a bad neighbor. I've always been a good neighbor. I've always tried to be quiet as possible, not bother nobody. I don't mind mine. I stay in mine and let everybody else stay in theirs. Their business is their business. I don't call the cops. I don't get nobody in trouble. Don't want to get nobody in trouble. But now here I am in a situation where I've got a neighbor that is saying that I'm causing too much commotion in the neighborhood, and calls the cops and says that it needs to be stopped. Now, my dilemma is this, by law, because the sheriff come in here and looked, he asked to see where her range was. We took him and showed him the range where we were shooting. He said, y'all are good, have a nice day. Okay, and I could leave it at that, and I'm sure the next time she calls, they'll just tell her, you know, they're illegal, you know, what they're doing. Because we live in the country, we don't live inside city limits, so there's no noise ordinance. And we're shooting in a safe direction, we're shooting into earthen bank. I mean, we're in good shape, but I don't want to do something just to prove that I can, because that's not being neighborly. So what I'm trying to figure out is what I need to do. I think I may have to move my range, because right now my pistol range that we use is up close to my house, so it's within 100 yards of either one of my neighbors to the left or to the right. But I may need to move my whole range setup all the way to the back of my property. I didn't want to do that because we raise crops in that 22 acre field behind my house, and I don't really want to build a road to be able to get all the way to the back and knock out a lot of crop area, because you start making a road to run the length of 22 acres. That's quite a bit of crops, you know, especially if it's in corn or beans. It's quite a bit. So what I'm trying to do is trying to figure out what I can do to not stir the pot, but still be able to do what I do. You know, it's my God-given right. It's my Second Amendment right that I can do this. And as long as I'm within the law, not shooting in a dangerous direction, not being dangerous with firearms, and not doing something that I should not be doing with said firearms that may endanger me or somebody around me, then it shouldn't be a problem. It's either that, or I'm going to have to maybe move my position of my range to where it'll be to one side of my house, so that maybe that'll dampen the noise that she's hearing. But the problem that I'm getting though is where she's told the sheriff she could hear the bullets whizzing by. Because if she's going to say that, then she's automatically lying, and that's, to me, is a red flag of that's not somebody that's concerned with her safety. That's just somebody that's wanting to cause an issue. So I don't know. Y'all let me know what you think in the comments, and I'm gonna get back to work. Hey y'all, if you don't mind, click subscribe, and if you like the video, and click the like button, and we appreciate every one of y'all, and hope to see you in the next video. It's the Fat Man. I'm gone.